Good evening, and thanks for being here with us for the news at 11. I'm Brittany Falkers, and we begin tonight with a tragic but important story. A 2-year-old child is dead, and a father has turned himself in. Galen Etlin walks us through what we know and looks at the bigger issue of domestic violence.
In the early morning hours of Halloween, Vancouver police got a call from a woman who said her 2-year-old was in danger. The father had picked up the child earlier, then called, making threats to harm the child. Police sent out an alert to find the man, but think he killed the child somewhere in Gresham before turning himself into Vancouver police near Northeast 57th and 4th Plain Boulevard. KGW reached out to Vancouver and Gresham police for more info. They responded saying there isn't any yet. Police did not say who was involved, what happened, where the child was found, or if there was a history of domestic violence.
It thrives in the shadows.
Sahan McKelvey works with Self-Enhancement Inc. in the Portland area, which has several social service programs.
Statistics for domestic violence are staggering, and it's way more prevalent than we realize.
National data show many people feel that impact. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 5 men, and 1 in 15 children.
Hundreds of phone calls every week from survivors seeking resources.
That's Alex Sanchez with Multnomah County's Domestic and Sexual Violence Coordination Office. The county board redeclared October as DV Awareness Month this year, saying the pandemic made the issue worse.
Really troubling increases in the incidence and severity of domestic violence.
COVID-19 has fueled greater isolation and increased harm for survivors.
So organizations are redoubling awareness efforts about shelter and aid programs, but also sending a message. Where do we go from here?
Do everything we can to give a voice to survivors. Constantly letting them know that I love you, I care about you, I'm here for you. You are not alone.
The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE. Galen Etlin, KGW News.
Portland police need your help solving a homicide that happened on Halloween 8 years ago. On October 31st, 2013, officers found Jose Alvarez Madrigal shot dead in a car in Northeast Portland. It happened around 10 that morning near Northeast 38th and Shaver. No witnesses have come forward. If you know something that could help police find the person responsible, contact Crime Stoppers. You can stay anonymous and could get a cash reward for information that leads to an arrest. This year, gun violence in Portland has reached historic highs. There's been more than 1,000 shootings so far in 2021. Over the weekend, community leaders looked hard at the problem across Multnomah County to try and find solutions. Christelle Kumwe breaks down the town hall discussion.
Nonprofits, lawmakers, and law enforcement leaders, including Multnomah County Sheriff Mike Reist, used a virtual town hall meeting Saturday to discuss gun violence.
Unfortunately, the violence we're seeing right now is eroding away the sense of safety and security in many of our neighborhoods.
He said local agencies were coming together weekly to share information to solve cases.
We do need right now to act with a sense of urgency. As we work upstream, we've also got to intervene. And we need to intervene right now.
We've got more gun prosecutions happening in this past year than we've ever had before, but we're reactive. By the time my office is involved, the shell casings are on the ground.
District Attorney Mike Schmidt emphasized an all-hands-on-deck approach needed to be more preventative rather than just reactive.
Gun violence is an outcome of other issues, right?
Lakayana Drury says other issues like houselessness and income inequality. The founder of nonprofit Word is Bond says those issues are important to discuss when talking about prevention.
Education, jobs, and housing. There is no replacement for those, and those directly tie into what we're seeing in gun violence, but gun violence is just part of it.
The focus now for law enforcement is taking illegal firearms out of the mix. For commissioners, they hope to bring more green spaces and invest in underserved areas. Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
Portland is not just dealing with a spike in gun violence, we're also seeing a sharp increase in deadly crashes. Police say the latest happened last night just before 10 near Southeast Powell and 29th. A pedestrian was hit by an SUV and died at the hospital. The driver stayed on scene, but police aren't saying much else about the investigation. Anyone with information should call the Portland City Traffic Investigations Unit. And now to the pandemic. After a year and a half of protections for renters, Washington Governor Jay Inslee says he'll let the eviction moratorium expire tonight at midnight. Soon after COVID hit the U.S., Governor Inslee issued emergency power to halt most evictions. This fall, he loosened those rules, which stopped some evictions in certain parts of the state. But that all ends tomorrow. The move will likely open the door for thousands of evictions across the state. But new rules will require landlords to go through steps, like offering their tenant a payment plan before they can evict them. And a quick heads up to anyone set to get a rapid COVID test at the airport tomorrow. Today, technical issues forced them to send everyone with an appointment elsewhere. They had to go to a downtown pop-up testing site instead. We're told the problem should be fixed by tomorrow when a new testing machine comes in. Until then, people will continue to be sent to the downtown location. This Tuesday, thousands of people across the country will head to their polling place for Election Day. So here's a quick overview of what's happening in our area. In Washington, there are several statewide measures on your ballot. You'll be asked if certain state taxes should be maintained or repealed for different services. Several judges are also up for election. People in Clark County will be asked about proposed charter amendments. One question asks voters to decide if certain county positions should become nonpartisan. And depending on what town you live in, you might be picking school board members and city councilors. In Oregon, there's no statewide election this year. The next one is scheduled for May, but some people in Multnomah County have some choices to make. For people living in Fairview, Lake Oswego, the Lake Oswego School District, or the Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue District, well, you're going to have ballot issues to vote on come Tuesday. Well, we had a very different feel this Halloween compared to last year. A better understanding of the pandemic allowed for trick-or-treaters to head out and load up on all that candy tonight. This was the scene near downtown Vancouver. There's so many great costumes out there on the streets. Oh, just look at them. It's my favorite time of year, right? People we talked to say that they were getting full-sized candy bars out there tonight, and some people handing it out were getting pretty creative.
There's a pneumatic candy chute, I think, just down the street where he's got it hooked up to a leaf blower to shoot it into people's buckets. So that's kind of cool and interesting.
Why didn't I think of that? What a great idea. And look at this. We also traveled over to Northeast 117th Avenue and 119th Street to a house that was drawing some crowds. Check out these decorations. It's awesome. There were glowing pumpkins, skeletons, and all kinds of other animatronics to delight anyone looking to get into the Halloween spirit tonight. And hey, check out this. This was the scene this morning at the Oregon Zoo for its Halloween event. Kids showed off their costumes while learning about wildlife with a scavenger hunt. It was quite a mix of bag of costumes out there, from Disney movie characters to Care Bears. Oh, there's little Simba right there. The zoo also offered some special bags for the kids today, and all the candy was made by companies that committed to using deforestation-free palm oil. Pretty cool note there. And hey, we don't want to just show you costumes. We want to see your pictures too. Let's take a look at a few. I love this one. This spooky little skeleton that Ben sent us. Look at this little one's cute costume dance. Nice moves. I love it. And don't forget, we'd also like to see your pets' costumes too. Look at this one. This photo of sweet Charlie the Stegosaurus. That is a really cool costume. And you'll get the hang of it like Brittany here. Oh, that's absolutely adorable. Cheesier pun the better, right? It's Halloween. And it's not too late to join the conversation. You can head over to the KGW Facebook page and add your pictures to our Halloween posts. You can also text it to the number at the bottom of your screen, 503-226-5088. And you may even see some more at the end of the show.